If I spent my first 5 years of my 20s just doing anything, drama, toxic stuff, I would not be where I'm at right now. I was locked in. I was focused. You know what I mean? I had my fun for sure, but the fun can't outweigh the work by any means necessary. You know what I mean? You get off work, you need to be working on your business or something else that can help push you further to your goals, not just sit down and watch TV for the rest of the night and fall asleep. If that's you, cool. But that's not me. That's not what we do over here at JRush TV. So ask yourself, are you watching success or are you building it? What's up, fam? Welcome back to JRush TV. You know my channel. We cover all things business, investing, and sneakers. If you're returning to my channel, appreciate you tuning back in. You already know we coming back with another banger video. As y'all can see by the topic of this video, I could care less about Love Island. The stock market just hit all-time highs, bro. Come on now. Now, if you returning, JRush TV, what we about business, investing, and sneakers. So we focused on the PAPE. We focused on self-improvement. We focused on using our time to learn and build our skill set and hit the next level and achieving our goals. Now, I'm not saying nothing wrong with leisure time and, enjoying a TV show, but the amount of time I've been seeing spent on Love Island, on X, on Instagram, all this type of stuff, it's a lot of time that look like that's being eaten up, bruh. I like TV shows, but I'm gonna be honest. The past year or two, I don't have a TV in my room, to be honest. I don't have a TV in my room because when I go to the room, I'm sleeping. I'm dead asleep so we can get re-energized to work next day. But I haven't really been watching. I watch mainly YouTube. I made YouTube, self-improvement, stock videos, or JRush TV. I'm watching one of these, so I'm working. But I don't really watch too many TV shows and stuff like that anymore because I just don't have time, or my attention span for that stuff just isn't. After like the first 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, I'm gonna be sitting there like, bruh, what am I watching? I could be doing a report. You know what I mean? So my first point is the stock market just hit all-time highs. If you're not familiar with the stock market, check out some of my videos. I show y'all my portfolio, which I'm gonna show right here. I show my portfolio. This is my Robinhood portfolio. So this is my public portfolio. I showed to my supporters. On the week, we up roughly 5%. On the month, we up 10%. On the last 3 months, we up 44%. Year to date, we up 22%. These are the companies I'm invested in. If you're interested in learning more about my stocks, watch some of my past videos on the channel. You can learn more about that. But just show proof, because I just like to show receipts on my channel. I just don't talk. I do action, all that type of stuff. But AI is taking over right now. AI is coming out with a lot of new innovative technology for businesses and small business owners, individuals. I know y'all use ChatGPT. That's the biggest large language model. You got your Grok, your Gemini, your all these other large language models that people may prefer, but ChatGPT is the more popular one. And we just hit all-time highs. Actually, let me show that too. I'm gonna show the let's see. So yeah, we back to over 6,000. You know what I mean? We're getting back to all-time highs, which is around February 19th. We actually surpassed that, up 6% right now. So we just hit all-time highs in the stock market, but all I've been seeing in my community is they talking about Huda. You feel me? I think that's her name. I see the clips, I see the clips and stuff like that when I do watch certain stuff. But, we need to be caring more about stocks than reality TV shows, more about business and investing, what we're all about, in my opinion. Love Island not going to pay your bills. The stock market can. The stock market can change your whole life, your whole trajectory. Investing, I need the stock market, investing in yourself, your own business, assets, real estate, your knowledge. I think the biggest investment is yourself. In all honesty, investing in your education, investing in the skill set where you can, create income for yourself and your future family, things of that sort. Compare your time spent watching TV shows or all these other little stuff on TikTok, Instagram. It has to be managed. There's nothing wrong with it, but you got to manage it. You got to manage it. You're giving away opportunity costs. Opportunity cost is basically you spend 2 hours a day, you spend an hour and a half a day watching your TV show when you could be spending that hour and a half You know what I mean? Working on your small business, opportunity cost. The 9 to 5 gonna pay the bills, but over here, J Russ TV, we trying to get rich. We trying to get rich. So we got to put in overtime. You feel me? So overall, not even just specifically at Love Island. This is really just clickbait, to be honest with you. But just in general, you know what I mean? You need to be watching what you're consuming on a daily basis because that becomes your reality. If you're watching a lot of drama, a lot of, you know what I mean, a whole bunch of other stuff they're doing on the TV shows or any other content in general, that's going to become your lifestyle, your reality. What you consume is what you become. Wealth is built by attention and intention and not escapism. You know what I mean? So just think about that. Think about the opportunity cost. Now, maybe you say, Jonathan, okay, I get what you're saying. Maybe you're right. How do I invest? Welcome to J Russ TV, man. You know what I mean? Welcome to J Russ TV. Cover business, investing in sneakers. Check out some of my old videos. I open up a Robinhood account. Open up a brokerage account. You know, you can invest $100 a month. You can start there, $100 a week. However much you can put aside, money that you don't need for the next 1 to 2 years, is my opinion. Money you don't even need to put in there. You be good, and it will show the power of compound interest. You know what I mean? Time in the market. I've been able to get 30% returns this year. Y'all see the portfolio. Y'all see the portfolio, and I'm not. This is the public portfolio to show that you can invest with a little bit amount of money. You don't need a crazy amount of money to invest. This is just one vehicle, but you know, I mean, I got roughly 3,000 in this. I know y'all probably done spent 3,000 in the past 3 months on something. You know, I got recurring investments going on, 250 on Monday, 250 on Friday. That's $5 a week. You know what I mean? $5 a week, $10 a week. I'm putting in this account just to show that you can start with a little bit amount of money. Just think about certain sacrifices. Don't take that trip to Target. You know what I mean? Don't buy those new J's that just came out. Don't buy those new shoes that came out, new clothes that came out. You know what I mean? You can invest in ETFs where you just want to sit there and forget it. You know, you could invest in the top 500 companies, invest in there and just leave it. More like me, I do individual stock investment. So I got to kind of keep up with the different companies. But, you know what I mean? You got blue chips, AI growth. AI is a big market right now that's going to make millionaires over this next 5 to 10 years. Here at J Russ TV, we trying to capitalize on it. And I'm trying to show y'all the journey, what I'm doing, so I can stay invested and stay in the know of technology, because that's what I like. Now, another thing is it's a lot of distractions right now. A lot of distractions. Back to the TV show, bro. So many young people tuned into drama and not legacy building. You gotta think on a higher level. Now, if this making you nervous, this might not be for you, because we think on a high level over here. We thinking about legacy. We thinking about, you know, I don't have no kids. I'm thinking about providing for my kids, my family, all that type of stuff. Entertainment is the new opium. It's what keeps people broke. You got to watch what you're consuming on a daily basis. You know, I have to catch myself all the time because I consume different types of content, but I'm trying to stay focused and consume valuable, insightful content. Listen to quarterly earning calls with different companies I like, read books, read articles, you know what I mean? Watch some of my favorite YouTubers that are talk about motivation and, you know, things like that. Just self-elevation. Just watch what you watch. Watch what you watching, bro. That's all I'm saying. You know, don't come frying me in the comments. I can do this. I can do whatever I want with my time. Cool. But when you're not in a position you want to be in, you can't get mad when you spend all your time on a lot of nonsense, a lot of different stuff. And it's going to be a difference, bro. I'm 25 right now. If I spent my first 5 years of my 20s just doing anything, you know what I mean, drama, toxic stuff, I would not be where I'm at right now. I was locked in. I was focused. You know what I mean? I had my fun for sure, but the fun can't outweigh the work by any means necessary. You know what I mean? You get off work, you need to be working on your business or something else that can help push you further to your goals, not just sit down and watch TV for the rest of the night and fall asleep. If that's you, cool. But that's not me. That's not what we do over here at J Russ TV. So ask yourself, are you watching success or are you building it? You watching success or are you building it, bro? You know, leave a comment. Let me know your opinion. If y'all agree with me, if y'all disagree, and y'all think y'all should be able to just watch hundreds of hours of drama. You know what I mean? But hey, I think the market still good to run. Back to business and investing, invest in yourself, your education. That's time you could be getting your master's degree, your bachelor's degree right now, bro. You watching all this? I ain't gonna say too much, bro. But hope y'all appreciate the video. Maybe open your eyes up to something new. Check out some of my old videos if you want to learn more. But JRS TV, leave a like, comment, subscribe. We out.